And it's live. It is live. Two viewers, everybody. How we did? Fog football. Back again. I don't even know if it's live because sometimes it does this thing where it's no live. I think it is live, is it? I think we're live, everybody. I think we're live. We're live. Are we live? Let me just double check that we're live. I think we are. I'm getting an ad on the feed on my phone. Live chat maneuver. But we're here to talk transfers, but I'm also going to watch the F1 while it's on. But here, interacting with the community. It's good to give back here on Fog Football. And of course, speaking of giving back, the £100 giveaway over on the Euro League is, of course, currently running. It's currently running. We've got two semi-finals and a final to go. So I'll give a bit of an update on that because my team's not looking too good. I forgot Tio Hernandez was on the bench. Forgot to put him in, and that has pretty much shafted me, to put it lightly. So yeah, I'm going to need to change my team. He got 7 points. I got 36 points in the quarterfinals. That's bogging, isn't it? 36 points. I wonder. I'm actually going to. Where am I in the league? I am 46th. The guy who is top has got 350 points. I am 87 points behind. Not a chance of that happening. Thiago Figueiredo is winning. Marco, and then Peter Sausage, Ruben Dudley, Neil Gaimaney, Patchtastic, Algot Tierson, and some guy called Brian. Brian's doing no bad. So, yeah, if you didn't join that league, well, that's on you, isn't it? That's on you. Hi, from Duo to Africa. How's everyone? Who's watching the British Grand Prix then? Because I'm watching it. Looking forward to it. Should be a good race. Got a few bets going. But we're here to talk about, Shankland, Dessers, the rest of them, everybody who wants a bit of action. Everybody who wants a bit of action. Don't we? Right. So let's see. That takeover at St Johnstone could be on its way. So this is what Roger said about Celtic striker. There's some interest in him. Yo Guan Yu. I just looked at the F1 and saw him there. Read out his name instead of O's. Celtic manager Brendan Rodgers has confirmed that there's some interest from other clubs. So who are these other clubs then? They haven't really specified. Now, of course, everybody, he filled in the pecking order. You can't in good conscience sell Dessers for $5 million. Yeah, you can. Pack are paying it. Hello, we are the Beastie Boys. Fair enough. Should I put my top button in? Don't really know why I'm putting my top button in. There we go. Top button's in. A wee bit more formal. 12 viewers, everybody. We're 3 minutes in. How? What are Pack doing? I don't know. Pack it up, pack it in. I liked the intro to the Hibs fid yesterday. Pack it up, pack it in. Martin Boyle tapped it in. Good. That's just the natural charisma that we're dealing with here. Over on Fog Football. Brilliant, isn't it? Round 12. Great Britain. It is the British Grand Prix. Who's winning? Who's got any bets on? Nobody. Right, could be leaving 18 months after. If he's so on Samsung Blue Wings. Hello from South Africa. Celtic fan. Cannot see Shankland at Rangers. The deal would have been done by now. Yeah, I think there's a lot of truth to that. If you think the deal could have got done, it probably would have done by now. I've no idea what this guy's name is, but are you Sanny Tollins boy for Royston High Flats? No, I'm not. I can guarantee that rumour can end right here, right now. That's not me. Hello, Brew. There's my South African lingo. It's like the Still Game episode. South Africa. I actually think that episode where they're in the feeds. I was going to say trailer park. No, what's caravan? Aye, recreational vehicle, to put it in Breaking Bad terms. I think that's actually the best Still Game episode when they brought it back. There's just something about that episode. I don't know. I like it. Something good about it. I think the new still game, it wasn't the same. It was a nostalgia act, wasn't it, everybody? I think we're all man enough to admit it. It wasn't all there. As the clock strikes 3 here for the British Grand Prix. The race is underway, kinda. No, really underway yet. Russia. We've got a Russian. We've got a Russian, amigo. Why not sell Dessers for that? Good question, John. Still game, fucking brilliant. Best ever comedy on telly, bar none. I'd agree. But, I think everyone knows that the last 3 seasons weren't. There was just something missing. I don't know what it is. I'm not, still made me laugh, right? But if you watch the old ones up to season 6 and then you watch the new ones, there's just I can't put my. It's like, I don't know. Is it the fact that it's like it's finer, it's more up to date, like the camera quality's better? Does that take away from it? The football episode was terrible. Yeah, there was some really cringy stuff, I think. Like some storylines that just I don't know. Like there's so much you can do. And I feel like in Still Game, they didn't capitalise on Scotland enough. I get it, it's about Glasgow, so I mean you can't. But I feel like they could have capitalised more with using Glasgow. I think they could use Glasgow more as well, to be honest. Like I think like the second episode when they're in Central Station's fucking brilliant, but they don't really use it. You know what I mean? They don't really use. They just use the. I get it. It's cheaper to film in your set than it is to actually go out. Like Office USA versus Office UK between new and old. I agree. Yeah, I've already read that. Des is nowhere near worth 5 million. Yo, regardless if people think Dessers ain't worth 5 million or not, right? See, at the end of the day, the Rangers, that's great for Rangers. Yo, Dessers, the problem with Dessers is, and I always say it, I think he done himself dirty by the amount of chances that he missed. See, if he was a bit shitter at actually, getting onto things and didn't balloon as many chances as he did, we'd be sitting here with like, we'd think Dessers is better, but see, because he's actually getting on to all these chances and missing them, it makes him look a lot worse than what he is. That's just my opinion. It's like, look at how many more chances that he was getting compared to other strikers. So, is what it is. 5 million for him, 6 million, whatever. It's expensive, but he's got good numbers. Dessers top goal scorer in Scotland. I'd say go for at least 5. I'd say if someone takes 5 million for Dessers, fucking take it, man. Exactly. 28 people watching. Dwight for president. Yeah, Dwight from the guy from the office. Here we go. The F1. Right. British top 3. Will it finish that way? I don't want it to finish that way because I've got Max Verstappen to win. Here we go. 2-1. The lights are about to go. Here we go. Lewis Hamilton gets a diddy start. Lando Norris and Max Verstappen. Oh, what's going on here? You've got Russell to win. Well, you're looking all right so far. Max Verstappen has overtook Lando Norris. I tell you what, Lando Norris has bottled it. Lewis Hamilton against Max Verstappen at Silverstone. Where did we see this go wrong before, everybody? I'll tell you where. Cop's Corner. Cop's Corner. That's a bit of a flat start to the race. Max will win it yet again because F1 is possession. Yo, I can't remember the last time I said I was watching F1, but well, I mean, I watch every weekend when it's on. But I mean, in terms of stream, Max dominates, right? But recently, it's been good. The McLarens of Norris, but we've actually got 2 Mercedes at the front. This will be Lewis didn't give him the space. Come on. I think Max has got this race wrapped up here. Hulkenberg down to 9th. Leclerc's up to 8th. It's a good start for him. He's carrying on, right? Anyway, that's that one done. Let's get back to talking about the football. Is this new Hamza striker any good? Honestly, mate, I couldn't tell you. I think there's a lot of people here. There's a lot of people talking about this guy as if he's brilliant, and we have no idea. It's either going to work or it's not. I don't understand this fucking logic of like, but there's people on YouTube who are backing this guy, like almost having a go at fellow fans, like, oh, you don't know what you're on about, sort of thing. Like, what you know, talking about what was it? What was it? It's like I was watching CJ Novo's video, but it's not just him. He's like, oh, people are having a go at shot conversion rate, but little do you know, he's actually carrying the ball forward and having shots. He's creating the chances himself. I'm sorry, right? I am going to go on a limb here and suggest that there's probably 0 Rangers fans on this earth that's actually watched this Hamza Agamani guy in a football match. Now, yeah, maybe a lot of people, right, have seen rain potential in 25 minutes. Not in my house, by the way. In the F1, what was I even talking about there? Hamza Agamani, what was I talking about? My mind just completely went fucking blank. Yeah, right. People have obviously seen the guy in, like skill montages, etc. But for people to sit here and suggest that the guy's fucking, brilliant because he can carry the ball forward and create shots for himself, that's a good thing to have. But let's not pretend that we're all experts in the Moroccan league. This guy's a complete unfucking known. Lammers and Dessers, they weren't unknown. They were more proven in the top leagues in Europe. That's factual information. I think people just need to, back down a bit, accept it. Anyway, moving on. Little Englander, Shearer last night. Nerves. What nerves? Pressure? What pressure? Pressure for tyres. You deserved a slap for that line, everybody. You really did. Oh, fuck off, Hulkenberg, mate. I'll get you to get points. What are you doing? F1 died with Ayrton Senna, and Schumacher would have been yeah. I mean, I think Ayrton Senna gets made out in the light that he was like this like gentleman almost, and obviously died, which is sad. But this is a guy that would fucking take people out to win. Look what he did with Alain Prost. Now I wasn't allowed to see it, but I'm aware of the history and I've seen it. It's like to me that's what I miss about F1. You miss drivers that would literally take each other out to win. Things like that. What else is happening in this race? Not much. But what was I going to say? Yes, Ali. CJ was pulling out some seriously questionable stats yesterday. I agree with you, Steve. Let's see with our own eyes. Yeah, I don't come on here and fucking lie. I come on and say the truth. I'm not going to come on here and pretend, right, that I've watched any of this guy. Hell, I haven't even watched any of his montages. I don't even intend to watch montages of players. They get signed, and then you know what I do? I watch them play for this fucking shirt, even though this isn't actually it's a wee polo. It's not the actual kit. It's about what they do for us. All right, it's not what they do for some diddy team in Morocco. All right. I hope he's another fashion Stevie. Fashion was okay, but no world beater. Yeah. Some people would argue that's best case scenario. He's a fashion Sakala. But that fashion Sakala kind of Hamza back already. I don't know how to pronounce the guy's name. Hamza. Good night, sir. You paid 15 million strikers. Lammers, Neil, and Donezos would Beal. You should trade them all in for Kyogo in a heartbeat. I don't think anybody is going to debate that, Caden, as there's going to be rain apparently on lap 6. Come on, bring the rain in. Fucking geez a race. Only paid 4.5 million for Kyogo. Great deal. But just because you pay 4.5 million for Kyogo doesn't mean Dessers ain't worth that to a club, because Kyogo's worth a lot more. At the end of the day. Shite. Justice Minister. Shite. Race start. Bit of a dead start to the race. Right, we're 15 minutes in, everybody. Fashion was an ordinary player. Good times. Yeah, Fashion Sakala's one of the most bizarre players you'll ever see, man. There was times he was like literally unplayable, and then there was times where he was like the worst player. It looked like he'd never kicked a fucking football before in his puff. Kyogo overrated his pish. PK telling Celtic fans how it is. Yeah, I mean, he suited Ange's style, but you know what? We can say he's pish all we want. He sunk us in a lot of games last season, despite playing pish. You know, he played pish and he's scoring banging goals, man. As Caden says, you can call him overrated. He's won Celtic money. He's won them titles and trophies. I wish we could have a striker that's pish that was still producing league titles because we don't. You can't take Pack seriously anymore. Lose to Hibs and Dessers. True. Fernando Alonso. Right. No, I hear about F1 as well, man. They show like a million replays. Lando Norris, man. The guy's racecraft, I think, is pretty shite. If anyone watched Austria last week, he should have won that. He threw it away. Don't have a fucking Scooby snack what he was doing. And then there, turn what, 1, 2, 3, turn 3 into 4. He just fucking, I don't know what he was doing there. I thought it was quite embarrassing. George Russell, no further investigation on Hulkenberg. Very good. Dessers is passion. He won us the cup. Got us through Europe a wee bit. Yeah, Dessers did he win us the? I mean, James Tavernier won us the cup in my eyes. I mean, I know some people just want to fucking hate on Tav, but he scored the goal. Doesn't make him good anymore. But yeah, Kyogo scored. Yeah, a lot of Derby goals. You know, Kyogo scored in the 1-0 this season. He made it 2-0, which pretty much didn't kill the game in December, but wasn't fucking good, was it? Was it 1-0? No, it was 2-0 he made it. Dun 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 dun. Tav won us the cup. Oh yeah, partner. You know what time it is. Right, who else? Right, Shankland. Let's move on to Shankland. Dessers is pish. Let's talk about the guy that should replace him. Lawrence Shankland. Or Miowski. I'm not greedy. I'll take both, actually. I'm very greedy. I'm a greedy bastard. Come on. Give us both of them. Give us both of them. Leclerc coming up on Lance Stroll. Kelly won you the cup. Did they then? Yeah, it's all good saying that smell the glove, all right, but I could sit here and say Ross County won Celtic the league. Motherwell won Celtic the league. You know, end of the day, you've got to do what's in front of you. And I'm not saying that Rangers would have walked the cup of Celtic if it was Celtic in the final. Hell, probably would have get fucking beat. Even though around that time Celtic weren't doing too good and it was the best we've probably played this season. Or in that period, December, January, February. Hearts have signed well. But will they sell well? Is the question. That's not the answer I'm looking for. Might need to be the answer I'm looking for. Rain on lap 16. Amelia Clark is in the Ferrari garage. What's Daenerys Targaryen? That's her name in Game of Thrones. I'm only 2 seasons in the Game of Thrones, so the dragons aren't out yet, everybody. But mind Tav's first goal for us at Hibs. What a buzz. Yep, James Tavernier. Yeah, the guy needs to go, but he's gave us some great moments over the years. You'd be lying if you said otherwise, but doesn't escape the fact that the guy is fucking flopped big time. Hearts are guaranteed third. If Shankland goes, they will be fourth. Yeah, I can see why you think that. To be fair, is linked with Genk for 4 million. Well, I mean, yeah. If you don't think Dessers is worth 4.5, do you think O's worth 4? I mean, I don't think Dessers is better than O. And that's not O's not even bad, but I guess he's younger, so that's why his fee will be all right. House of the Dragon should be good tomorrow. I think House of the Dragon so far has been minced. The trailer for episode 4 looks all right. Looks like war is beginning to pick up, but for me, it doesn't lay a glove on Game of Thrones. Nowhere near lay a glove on Game of Thrones. I've watched 2 seasons of each, so I've not got a full 8 seasons to tell you otherwise. If Tav was any good, why did an English Premier League team never want to sign him? Why didn't they want to sign Callum McGregor either, guys? The best midfielder in the world, eh? Very valid point, but yeah, you always heard rumours of moves coming in for Tav, but they never came to fruition, didn't they not? Weather alert, rain in 10 minutes, let's go. Let's spice it up. Well, actually, hold on, what's my... I've got Verstappen, Norris, Hamilton, top three, where... Come on, Stevie, Game of Thrones totally ruined by 7 and 8. Yes, right, but I haven't seen 7 and 8. I've only seen the first 2 seasons, all right? So you got to reel it in. I'm aware of some stuff that happens that ruins it, right? But I haven't seen them, so I can't really comment. One of the last episodes I seen of Game of Thrones was the Battle of King's Landing. Big what's his name? Not Renly, because he's dead. Stannis stormed in, man. Fucking, that's what I like about a king, like Stannis. Runs in, right? Runs in up the fucking ladder. He's the first guy to go. I mean, he's not a bottle merchant. Anyway, less about Stannis. I don't want spoilers. Anyway, English Premier League teams rarely sign for Scotland post 2010 era. The league simply does not produce enough players. Kyogo has also went down south. He hasn't. You can't say Dragon shit yet. It's very slow. It's very boring. That last episode, an hour and 17 minutes. And for what? An hour and 17 minutes doing what? It just an hour and 17 minutes of them just doing nothing. Doing absolutely nada. Anyway, Tav's good free kicks, pens, and that's it. I have to give him some credit, but he's terrible at defense. Yes. James Taverniers gave us some absolutely great moments. See those European moments, fantastic. See some of his free kicks and stuff he's done in the league. Some of his wonder goals. You can't, you'd be lying if you said they were all shite. But let's not pretend that, what he's done has been good enough from a club perspective. See, in terms of him, forget about the trophies. Yeah, great career, goals and all that. But we don't care about his career. We care about trophies. His goals and assists and numbers, they're great. Don't do anything for me, though. See, in 20 years, I'm not going to think back about, remember him? Get him to Saudi and bring a defender in that can fucking defend at right back. That's all I'm asking for. It's George Russell and Hamilton are pulling away from Max Verstappen. I don't like it. What price would a Mercedes 1-2 have been? That'd have been really good odds. And I was very reluctant. That's it. Trophy silverware. That's the bottom line. Because Stone Cold Tav said so. Tav scored some great consolation goals in the derbies. Who's feeling old? Big match John. John Cena. Retiring next year. Big match John. Big match John. Tav scored some great consolation goals in the derby. Well, there you have it. Clement wants more senior players, and Rangers haven't been linked with anyone. Do you think the board have pumped their brakes on challenging for the title? Maybe they've hit the brakes, man. I don't really know what Rangers are doing. Your ma's built like John Cena. John Cena's looking frail these days, and that's not me saying your mum looks frail, but you're probably referring to when he was jacked. But seeing he came out last night, he looked done. Cena doing 40 matches between January and December. Hollywood must be slow. Must be a big cereal, to be honest. Cereal? John? Cereal? Fucking reel it in. Reel it fucking in, everybody. Big cereal Cena. I'll hit you with the 3-second chance. Yeah, I'm just trying to listen to Lando Norris's radio, but I know people don't want me to talk about wrestling here, and I don't like wrestling anymore, but we've got a channel and it fucking produces money, so I need to talk about it. But he's staying up to like 5 o'clock reviewing it and getting up about 10:30. It kills you. As 50 Cent once said, death gotta be easy because life is hard. Cyril should be kept as a backup striker if Shankland comes in injury free. Oh, aye. Expect the rain to last around 5 minutes, then there'll be a window of 10 minutes before a longer sale. Here we go, the rain's coming. Let's go, Big John. Big John Cena. I know I like it, but this will be the last time about wrestling if someone comments it. Big Match John was asked about Vince McMahon, and he backed him up. He said, you know my comments on him. I'm sure you'll find them somewhere. The Rock will turn on Roman at War Games to set up WrestleMania. War Games. All right, William Regal, reel in. Reel in, Willie. Right. It's sad seeing Rangers fans obsess over the fact he's injury-free, whereas us, we only talk of a player who's good enough to wear the hoops. Well, I get that here. Michael Kelly, staying up to watch a couple of men in trunks fake fight each other wouldn't be for me. It's not for me anymore either, Michael. But as I said, we've got another channel, Fog Wrestling, and yeah, you know, we have to talk about it. I hate it. I actually hate watching it these days. I mean, there is the odd all right thing when The Rock comes back or Cena, but it's dead. But yeah, you know, we sit up and watch TV shows and movies that are fake. So, I mean, that will be the wrestling fans' argument, but it used to be great. You know, it used to be fantastic. I believe in Joe Hendry. Good enough to wear the hoops. You've done good enough to wear jam tarts last season, fuck's sake. All right. Is Cyril Dessers actually who you want on your bench? I want Redium, right? But I think if you had like a Miosky or Shankland ahead of him, I'm not going to lie and say that Cyril Dessers would be an awful bench player because, you know, he's, you know, as you said, oh, he's injury free. But it's good to have an injury free backup. But if he's shit, it's not good, you know. And I don't think Dessers is the worst option to have as a backup, but I would still sell, you know, because we've got Danilo. Danilo can be the backup to someone who's good. Reel it in. Reel it in. Mediums? I thought you put intermediates on. Celtic wanted their board sacked last season and Rangers lost and they were in love again. That's pretty much it, isn't it? Again, Rangers letting Celtic off the hook. The wrestling has no stars anymore. It doesn't. It's pish. What happened to the immortal Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold, The Rock, etc.? I wonder if Cantwell's going to be shown the door to Mouthy on Instagram. Nonsense. He is. The only Rangers player I'd take for Celtic is Sterling and Butland. That is it. Well, that's fair enough. I think most people would say that. Green specs off. So that is what it is. Charles Leclerc overtakes Lance Stroll. Gold dust. Down. I wasn't his theme song. I don't know what theme song I was doing there. Celtic fans certainly not in love with the board. Nope, they're not. They're not in love with the board, everybody. Absolutely not. Mercedes can't do the double stack because the rain is coming. Only Celtic player I'd take is a Tatty. A Tatty? That is a lie, man. What's a lie? This year we need to see Raskin straight out and showing us he's the man. He's the player. No, we do. We do need to see it. Who would I take from the Celtic team? Well, blue tinted specs off or blue tinted specs on? Nah, forget about the tinted specs. It's, you know, it's the core of the team. Everything bar the kitchen sink. Well, you know, they're Celtic men, but I have to speak as if, you know, I'll speak as if they're no really Celtic men, but, you know, Carter Vickers, you would have to take. You'd be ridiculous. I hate Alistair Johnston, and I think even Celtic fans can see that if he's not your actual player, he's an annoying bastard. But you can't deny he's good. I'm not going to pretend that he's the greatest thing ever, right? But Then you get the midfield. I mean, if you're a Rangers man, you're saying you wouldn't take a Tatty O'Reilly and Cal McGregor in your midfield. I'd like to know what you're doing. And then up front, you've got Kyogo. And I would take Maida because I think he offers something that Rangers do not have. But again, it doesn't work like that, guys. You can't just, there's a lot, but there's probably a lot more players to take. That's just off the top of my head. All right. That's just off the top of my head. Here we go. Lando Norris versus Max Verstappen. I wouldn't have thought they were battling for third, though. Let's not pretend Celtic were good last season. Rangers were more shite. Yeah, but you know what? That's true, though. But I'd take being shit if we won every year. Not that Celtic are shit every year. I agree, if I'm being serious, but not McGregor. He's poor. Yeah, but I think what you've got to look with McGregor is, right, I mean, I think he's overrated. But, actually, is Lando Norris going to overtake Max Verstappen here? Max Verstappen just didn't fight. That was weird. Yeah, Smelly Glove, I think you're onto something there. I think maybe they've not fixed. They said they had a spare floor from yesterday, but he's not been at it today. That's the fricking Indian flag, mate. Yeah. What was I saying there about Cal McGregor? We'd have to wait and see what would happen to Cal McGregor, but I tell you what, all my bets have been I took Max to win. How the fuck is Max winning this Grand Prix? It's never happening. Never happening. Everybody, how's everyone doing? As I'm going to try and focus back on the football. 16.8 million people watch England's Euro win over Switzerland. Pressure? What pressure? Pressure's for tyres. All right, you reel it in. So I'll say. It's Britain 1, 2, and 3. Murray Walker. Is Diamonde better than O'Reilly? I mean, as of right now, it's impossible to judge Diamonde. I think there is a player in there, but as of right now, those three have proven way more than. I'm not saying he can't get better, but right now, no, he's not. And the Dutch might stop the pending nightmare. I can only pray. It's raining. It's raining. Shearer's that far up himself. It's unreal. Oh, he's a. Not pisses me off about Shearer though. You hear him on, I don't know what podcast it is, right? But they it's him and like Mika Richards and Gary Lineker. And that pisses me off though. Like, see on that, they completely bash Gareth Southgate, right, and go completely in on him. But it's like then when it's translated to the punditry, it's not real. You know what I mean? It's like they just hold back, and it's very politically correct. That's why I like the Scottish football. Yeah, I know people will say Sutton and Boyd's pathetic, right? But it's real. It feels fucking real. You don't actually feel, you don't feel like they're holding back. I know they could say stuff that's a wee bit more extreme than what they do say, but for me, it's night and day when you watch it. To be fair, O'Reilly never made it into Denmark's 11. He didn't even make it into the 26, which I think he's good enough for, man. But again, I don't know the Danish team. But I think, if you're talking about a midfielder with goal contributions, I doubt there's much better floating about the Danish setup, man. Some said Shearer, but he's a wanker. As the rain's trickling down here at Silverstone, I think Oscar Piastri's going to get Max Verstappen here. No, he's not close enough. He's not close enough. I have doubts about Johnson and Taylor at fullback. Yeah, I thought Alistair Johnson was a bit mediocre last season, to be honest. Oh, the rain's coming down, everybody. This is going to be a belter race. But this rain. Max Verstappen, what's happened to him? If Red Bull went to shite, Sergio Perez sitting down in P16, that's to be expected. The Celtic ever playing the Rocky? I think he got injured yesterday, did he not? Hamilton's only 4 tenths behind Russell. Hold on, Hamilton's going to be overtaking Russell here, and the cameras aren't even showing it. What the fuck are they doing? Yeah, George Russell is struggling. And they're no fucking showing it. Danish team looked old in midfield so bad. Who put them out? Aye, it was See, I think Lewis Hamilton's going to come into his own here. He's all over Georgie. Yeah, I think the betting man's money would switch to Lewis Hamilton right now. But then these conditions, man, you can just put a tyre wrong and good night. A new striker and some wires. Yeah, but are Celtic going to get that, mate? Caden, I don't think they're going to get that. I don't know what's wrong. Naroki Rogers doesn't look. It's 3 seconds slower. Lewis Hamilton's got George Russell here. It's all over. He let him through there. Naroki went off after 20 minutes versus Air. He's made of chocolate. Tastes like shit, don't it? Yeah, he's not very good. Lando Norris is catching the top two here. It's raining quite hard. Tell you what, we could be in for an instant. The Mercedes go off, holy fuck. Both Mercedes are going off, Lando Norris. People should pit. Lando Norris overtook Russell. This race has turned into a fucking belter right in front of my very eyes here. Celtic are nowhere near as good since Ange left. That's why it's so shite. Us losing that league. I'm surprised no one's stuck in Inter's on, by the way. It makes no sense why someone wouldn't risk it. Good Lando Norris win. What else? What other comments we got floating about here? DRS disabled. They're fucking shite bags. Lewis Hamilton leads. Could be. You have a Mercedes 1-2. Well, you'd be raging then, wouldn't you? You did not want rain, because I think without rain, they probably would have got that one too. Look how wet it is. They're going to have to pit. How's no one put on intermediates? That is absolutely baffling, man. How's no one put on intermediates? I think Lance Stroll stuck it in the wall. Hamilton has went massively wide. Lando Norris is going to be all over him. Lewis is good in the rain. No, normally if it was 4 years ago. When Wartburton beat Daly in the final, he sacked him and put Rogers in charge. There's probably going to be an airplane crash in a minute, and it's going to bring an end to this. Oh, here we go. Lando Norris versus Lewis Hamilton. What an overtake by Norris. Hamilton bottled that, man. Fuck me, what's happened to Lewis Hamilton? I can't be the only person watching this. He absolutely fucking bottled that. That's mental. Hibs win that final. Here we go. Oscar Piastri hanging out around the outside of George Russell. Leclerc's pitting. I think Charles Leclerc could take the lead here if these Perez, see Sergio Perez locks it to the front of this grid, man. It's probably going to be a big crash soon. When Rangers won 55, everyone thought they were going to dominate Scottish football. We overhauled the squad and put Ange in. And that's what Rangers have got to do. You know, everybody thought that. Everybody thought that Rangers would dominate. Like, I say dominate, I'm not delusional, man. You knew Celtic would come back in some degree as Lando Norris just flew off the track. But it's just not really. Oh, almost a puncture there. Here we go, Oscar Piastri. It's a McLaren 1-2. They're not pitting. Oh, I tell you what, Leclerc's losing time to Ricardo. I tell you what, that might not be the best decision. How bad the English pundits are if Michael Stewart's the worst pundit ever. What are you trying to say, brother? Test that, brother. You ain't going to win the league with Baltimore. Pressure got to him. I think his arse did kind of collapse. Yeah, I think everybody who put it onto Inters has fucked it, to be honest. they've risked it, Ferrari, and it's no worked. Rangers haven't got the money to do it, Celtic do. But yeah, it's not like Celtic didn't spend an insane amount of money. I think we've got to remember that, everyone. You know, they spent a decent amount of money. As for whoever bet that Mercedes 1-2, how you feeling, right? Ari, I like me now. It's not looking particularly good right now, is it? Ange is a revelation, but it could easily went the other way. And you could have appointed someone who was like Beale. Yeah, it could have. Fucking raging, yes. Yeah, with these mixed conditions, you've always got half a chance, but I think the McLarens look the best in the mixed conditions, to be honest. Right. My name translates as Eric Savarziwawi. That's a butchering, I'm sorry. But see, that's not just us, John. Fito, we take our time and assess who we bring in. Steady hands on the helm. Rangers board are pressured. Yeah, but what I think saved Celtic as well was Ange making the sign. There were Ange signings, you know. They survived the first shower. It's too fucking dry, Sergio Perez says. Yeah, they're going to need to. Your Inter boys are going to need to pit again. Absolutely. 25 people watching. We're 41 minutes into this stream. What the fuck? What have I even got? I can't even remember. I've got Sergio Perez to retire. I know that for a fact. So fucking get him out of there. Sergio Perez. It was like the most lackadaisical overtake for the lead that you'll probably ever see. If we're starting to win, Norris second, Hamilton third, that's not going to happen. I mean, Oscar Piastri, like right around the outside of both Mercedes. What a manoeuvre. You miss Seb and Ricardo. Oh, Ricardo's still in F1. He's fucking driving this race. I don't know. You had guys like John Barnes back in the day. Absolutely, they did. Right, what else? What other transfers we got floating about? Is there anything breaking at this time? There probably isn't. Probably isn't. But Lando Norris, he went straight on. Aye, sorry, Ricardo for Red Bull. Aye. The good old days. Oh, there's going to be more rain in 4 minutes. But see, how heavy is the rain going to be in 4 minutes? Ocon's 39 seconds. Him and Max Low. Yeah, ages ago. Baku 2018 didn't go too well for them, though. I think Ricardo's done. Vettel's been done since that 2014 season, man. I think he was all right a couple of years for Ferrari, but it didn't really work for him. Didn't it? No. I think he bottled a few of those titles personally, but yeah, my bets are looking beat with about 29 laps to go. 29 laps to go, but there's rain in 4 minutes. What you gonna do? 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 Right, come on, what's happening? When's the rain coming? DRS is back. Enabled. It's enabled. It's enabled. Who owns Rangers right now? Well, it's all to do with shares, isn't it, man? See who owns them. It's very boring talk, isn't it? It's like, well, I know it matters. I'm not going to say it doesn't matter, but it's better when you talk about transfers. I mean, I can talk about who owns them and go through all of them, like if you want me to, but I mean, I think it's just a bit. a tad boring, you know. Stevie, what do you think will happen if the new season begins and Tavern Goldson start? There'll be a riot. Yo, there no, there will be, and it's probably going to happen, isn't it? They could still leave. Like there is a lot of time. The rain is now falling again. Here we go. This race is not bad. So you've seen Jay Slater. He's in the Celtic toilets. Are they going to give him the job? Good overtake there for Kevin Magnussen on Logan Sargent. Here we go. Right, if I see Tav starting, I'll be like fucking forever. McLaren racing back. I need to find my old Marlboro red and white jacket from the 80s. Yes, they used to have a great livery, didn't they? Fantastic livery. Charles Leclerc has went from being 7th to getting lapped by the leaders, man. What are Ferrari doing? I don't think it was a risk worth taking. I don't.